She's a former assassin, a hopeless romantic, and the only thing standing between kids and killers. I'm Zan, konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? And welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga review. And actually, let's get to it because I'm excited to be doing this review because if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga, and today reviewing a manga that is a yen press release that is very similar to some older stuff we've talked about over the years. A very familiar premise. And what premise am I talking about? Killers in school. What do I mean by that? Well, let's actually get to it because the manga I'm talking about is Kindergarten Wars. This is by You Chiba, and this is a very, well, it's a kind of interesting premise, but very similar. But we'll get to it because this is the story of a school where a lot of children are protected. Why is that? Because, well, turns out this school is known as Kindergarten Noir. It is a school which is run by some of the best and worst people possible. And most times, you have a bunch of criminals who are going to come in there who've been hired to get one of these children because these are the children of billionaires, of executives, of athletes, of corporate heads. And it's either these criminals are hired to kill these kids, kidnap these kids, whatever. And they go through various different motions. They get these assassins like Spade or Club or Diamond. A lot of in jokes with that. They're usually hired to kill these kids. And they go to this very simple, nice school, which is known as Kindergarten Noir. It's pretty, it's nice. There's a bunch of very attending and sweet people who are there. But the truth is, these people aren't just teachers. No, they are convicts, former assassins, former murderers, swindlers, explosions experts, and weirdos in costume. And their jobs are to protect the kids in exchange for killing anyone who tries to take these kids. They are the bodyguards for these kids. And our main character is Rita, aka former convict 999, and she is pretty awesome. She is one of the best killers of all time. She takes her job very seriously. There's only one kind of problem about her. And what is this problem that we're talking about? Well, she is forlorn for love. She's always looking for the next hot guy. And, well, whenever she fights one of these criminals, turns out that most of these guys are baddies. They're hotties. And she kind of goes, "Oh my God, you're hot. I could kill you, but my horoscope, my blood type, my fortune, whatever, says that you're going to be hot today. And I'm finding the love of my life. So let me ask you a bunch of questions." And she generally asks them some unique questions. For example, do they have a girlfriend? What's their favorite type of egg that they eat? How do they eat soup? What about films? What do they like doing? This and that. And generally, her last question is always the trip up. For example, asking someone if they stay till the end of the credits at the end of a movie. And if they say no, they get shot in the face. It's kind of a wash, rinse, repeat series where the same thing happens over and over again while we learn more about the characters in general because there are some really cool other characters. But this is pretty much the deal is that she has been hired to do this. And why would she do this if she's a criminal, an assassin? Well, the deal is if she's able to stay for 1 year, have no problems, and not die, not try to escape, and she protects the kids, she will be free. And her main people that she deals with is the principal, who's a lady who is wearing a maid's outfit who kicks ass. And then, of course, we cannot forget her senpai, a guy named Doug, who is a swindler and kind of a baddie, but he's also a jerk. So she's kind of conflicted with the fact that uh, she hates him because he's a chronic smoker, a liar, a thief, but he's kind of cute. And she's saved this guy so many times. He's kind of in love with her, but he doesn't want to reveal that. There's some other individuals who are introduced, including their Kohai, bombs expert named Hana, a mysterious figure who's wearing a mask outfit, and this manga is pretty much wash, rinse, repeat. And honestly, let's be honest, this is very similar to a lot of other mangas. The first one I thought of was this is like Assassination Classroom. And I was like, it's not like Assassination Classroom. It can't be. Kind of is. It's also a little bit like Mission Yozakura Family with the elements of, oh, there are a bunch of killers who have jobs. And then it has a little bit of, well, let's see now. Yozakura Family, well, a lot of these, it's a school where there's protected or there's reasons for it. I even think of Full Metal Alchemist for this series, where it's connected in that whole thing. And this has a great action set piece to it. The action is top notch, and it is actually really funny, especially just the first time you read her just going ballistic and shooting someone in the face just for no reason. You're like, wow, I did not expect that. And Rita is a very competent assassin. She's very competent at her job. For example, someone tries to sneak in at one point, many chapters from now, wearing a mask. He's like, I have the ID card, I have everything. And she's like, no, you're not the real person. Put your gun down because I could see that you forgot the mole on the left cheek. And he's like, you're good. And she just straight up goes to kill him. And Rita doesn't fuck around, but she does get a little confused with cute guys. And that kind of ruins everything for her. So makes things a little bit rough. So it is a funny series. It is well done. The drawing aspect is great on it. All the characters are well done. There is a little bit of issues with the supporting cast starts not to be there, but it gets better as the series goes on. By volume 3, we learn about the entire cast and all the other characters. Even though a lot of these characters are very watch, rinse, repeat, they're there for a certain amount of time. Doug was there only a month before Rita joined. And Rita's been there for 10 days, and they've had a lot of other teachers die. So it's kind of a you're going to survive, you're going to die. Also, this does have the trope of they have a GPS in their neck to track them because, yeah. So, overall, I know this is a really quick review, but honestly, there's not much else to this. The art is great. The story's intriguing. It's got a very good feel to it. It's well paced. There are translation notes in the back, and of course, in the back, you do have also the different character profiles, and I love the fact that for Rita's weight, she's got bullet holes through it. It's a nice little touch. But that's about it. There's not much else to this. It's not a very difficult series. It's pretty much a comedy action series. It's a shonen. And, well, let's just get to it. So what are my ratings of this? Well, honestly, I've got to give this a Far From a Friend, Don't Return Unless Offered Pocky. It is laugh out loud funny. There are moments I really started laughing, not just chuckling, like belly gut laughing. And also the fact that Rita is essentially a shoujo protagonist, but she is kick-ass. I love that. She's a shoujo girl in a shonen series. This has a very fresh workplace premise where a lot of it is dealing with the workplace. The principal constantly, whenever someone screws up, she hangs them upside down. At one point, she's like, "Oh, you guys need help. I know you're not supposed to leave, but this is something involving you guys, your class, the Dandelion class. So you guys take care of it. Here's the money. Here's the thing. And if you don't come back, you're going to get your heads blown off or we're going to kill you." Enough said. So you have that workplace violence because their boss is competent. And it is a nice balance of action and comedy. We have all these elements to it. Now, the cons are going to be it's very repetitive. It's pretty much watch, rinse, repeat with some slight differences. Eventually, we get some episodes and chapters from the other characters, and that freshens things up. But for the most part, it is very watch, rinse, repeat. And this has potentially get old really fast. So far, 3 volumes in, I'm loving it, but I can see it getting old fast. The tropes are going to be it's a dangerous school. You have the criminal redemption / rehabilitation program, and you have these violent protectors who are protecting kids. And those are the tropes. And that's my thoughts about this. Now, if you agree or disagree, you can leave a comment down below. Email me personally at Zan, that's XAN at Spiraken.com, SPIRAKN. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this, you didn't like this, if you thought it was a little rushed, you thought it was crazy, let me know your thoughts on Kindergarten Wars. And with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases for the week, because this is a big week for mangas for 2 big reasons. But let's actually get to it. Starting off, we've got 8686 Alter 2, Akane Banashi Volume 15. I still can't believe there's 15 volumes of that series. It's kind of crazy. Then we've got Akira Failing in Love Volume 1, An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride Volume 19, Asumi-chan is Interested in Lesbian Brothels Volume 6, The Big Apple Volume 5, Blood Blockade Battlefront Omnibus 3, The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows Light Novel 3, The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows Manga Number 5, Brutal Tokyo New Perspective. This is a English version of a bunch of unique art styles, more of an art book. Bungo Stray Dogs, The Day I Took in Dazai, Volume 9. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Volume 4 of the light novel. The Casebook of Kurumi Tokusai Magical Detective. Defrag, Volume 19. Deep 3, Volume 1. This is a new manga basketball series. Demi-Human Sharehouse, Volume 1. Twisted Wonderland, Book of Scarabia, the manga, Volume 1. Dungeon Friends Forever, Volume 6. The Elf Sisters Can't Wait for the Night, Volume 4. Engage, Volume 4. Fire in His Fingertips, Volume 5. Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 31. Free Life Fantasy Immortal Princess Online, Light Novel 10. Girl Zombie Party, Volume 1. Gushing Over Magical Girls, Volume 9. How to Eat Life, Volume 2. A Howl from the Heart, Volume 1. I Quit My Apprentices as a Royal Court Wizard to Become a Magic Item Craftswoman, Volume 5 of the manga. I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons, Volume 4. This one's going to be an episode specifically following Brianna. I Wish I Could Meet You Again on the Hill Where the Flowers Bloom. This is a novel by Natsumi Shiomi. Inaizumi Brings All the Gals to His House, Volume 5. Isekai Tensei Recruited to Another World, Omnibus 4. I'm in Love with the Villainess, manga number 10. Kaijin Fugari, Volume 2, Kindred Spirits. Komi Can't Communicate, Volume 37, the final volume of the series. This one is going to be pretty cool. I don't know if Barnes & Noble is doing a special edition for it, but what they are releasing is Komi Can't Communicate, Making Friends and Not Scaring People, the book on how to make friends. This one looks like a lot of fun. Then we have Legends of the Far East Survivor, Volume 1. Liar Liar, Volume 7. Licorice Recoil, Taichi's Ghosts. Magical Explorer 2. The Magnificent Bastard, Volume 2. Making Magic, The Sweet Life of a Witch Who Knows the Infinite MP Loophole, Volume 4. Marrying the Dark Knight for Her Money, Volume 1. Minecraft, the manga, Volume 5. The Misdeeds of an Extremely Arrogant Villain Aristocrat, Light Novel 2. My Death Flag Show No Signs of Ending, Volume 3. My Happy Marriage, Volume 9 of the light novel. My Quiet Blacksmith Life in Another World, Volume 4. On the Job Training, Volume 1. One Piece, Volume 111. Hello Tokyo, a guide for exploring Japan's capital city. This is actually by Popeye. It's actually Popeye Hello Tokyo. That's why it's under P. ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, Extra, Volume 6. Reincarnated as My Sword, Volume 18. Sleepy Princess in the Demon's Castle, Volume 29. Spy Classroom, Volume 10. The Weakest Sage and the Weakest Crest, Volume 29. Sword of the Stallion, Volume 2. Tank Chair. This is going to be volume number, I believe it's Volume 7. The Tea Ceremony Master's Rich and Steamy Service, Spoiled by a Skillful Hand. To Sir Without Love, I'm Divorcing You, Volume 2 of the novel series. To the Monster I Love, Light Novel 1. Trickster's Tale, Volume 2. Sumiki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life, Volume 5. Tune Into the Midnight Heart, Volume 6. We're Not Cut Out to Be Lovers, Volume 2. Welcome to the Ballroom, Volume 12. And last and certainly not least, we've got The Wife Comes First, Jiwei Shan, novel number 2. So these are the light novel releases for the week. Which are you most excited about? Leave a comment down below or let me know. Spiraken.com or Blue Sky me at Spiraken or tweet me at Spiraken. My personal top 5 for this week are going to be On the Job Training Volume 1. This series looks like a lot of fun. You have Making Friends and Not Scaring People. Komi Can't Communicate. I was going to put the final volume of Komi, but I think that this standalone is going to be a great addition. It's kind of like the Gangster's Guide to House Husbandry, which is a spinoff of Way of the House Husband. But next we have Girl Zombie Party Volume 1, Deep 3 Volume 1, because I love basketball manga. And last but not least, we got Akira Failing in Love Volume 1. So these are the manga releases for the week. Which of these are you most excited about? Let me know. Email me personally at Zan, that's Xan, at Spiraken.com. And which ones you're most excited about and which ones you're not. And with that in mind, I want to thank each and every one of you for checking out this show. Every email I get, every new subscriber, every new comment, it gives me more motivation to keep doing this. And I love doing this. I've been doing this since 2008. And I'm going to keep going. So I'm an old man who reads manga with thick glasses and large print manga. So thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube, as always, remember to, like, share, subscribe, and as always, click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes, because we have tons of new episodes coming out. Wednesdays is our manga review. We do have our Spiraken Book Club, which is going on every week. On Monday, our current book that I just did was The Mantis by Kotaro Izaka. The next one we're going to be doing is Mapping the Interior. That is by Stephen Graham Jones. My first time in a foray with this author. Could be good, could be bad. We're going to find out. But we're currently up to number 14 of the Project 45 by 45. I'm almost a third of the way through. Been chugging along. It's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely check that out. Check out the other podcasts. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this episode. And as usual, let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for. The most popular part of this podcast. The part I've been doing since 2008. And my voice has not gotten bad yet. And what are we talking about? We are talking about that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga, except no substitute. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on it. And what I've done is I've assigned manga title each of 10 slots. So what we're going to do is spin the wheel. Whatever number it lands on, that's what we're going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 621. And we've got some great titles on here, some weird titles. And more importantly, we've got a couple of new titles. The newest one is going to be Galaxius. But the other ones that we've got on here are going to be Timon's B-Side, Liar Liar, Assassin and Cinderella, Made to Skate, Cyberpunk Edgerunner Madness, and Rainbows After Shower. So which of these are going to be worth watching, which are going to be worth reading? Let's find out and spin. We're going to be the next episode, shall we? Number 8. So in the next episode, I'm going to be reviewing a manga that is set in the world of Night City. Yes, we are talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunner Madness. Is this going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be completely what the fuck? Is it going to be worthy of the Mike Pondsmith cyberpunk world? Or is it just going to be just another generic story? We're going to find out. I'm excited because I'm a huge fan of cyberpunk. I'm running a cyberpunk campaign, and ironically, one of the books coming up soon, which is going to be after the Stephen Graham Jones books, is going to be a cyberpunk book, and I'm really excited about it, but a little spoiler for later. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, I am your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time. And as always, keep reading manga. I will see you later.